Boeing estimates we're going to need 800,000 pilots in the next 20 years, a quarter of them here in the U.S., and some of them are trained by a woman at one of the top flight schools in the country. Jamie Patterson-Sims of Skytrek Alaska Flight Training. Jamie, if you can hear me, how's the flying up there today?
Downwind from runway 34.
The flying is awesome, Jane. I'm really enjoying it. I love it up here flying up in Alaska, and it's a gorgeous day and just enjoying the beautiful sunshine up here.
I'm jealous. Folks, getting your pilot's license can cost about 10 grand. She has a wait list of 8 to 10 months. And while we were on the ground earlier, she told me that 70% of her students are men. Listen.
The male students who come here really want to fly with me. And so they know it's like the brain surgeon. Do you want to be the person who is their first patient, or do you want them to be the brain surgeon who has done 500 brain surgeries?
I actually didn't think anything of it. My family is filled with strong women. I've been raised by strong women. That kind of just made sense to me.
Jesse Heffley hopes to become a professional pilot and take advantage of the shortage. Now, American, Delta, and United all tell us they're hiring hundreds of new pilots. But get this, only about 6% of their pilot force is female, and that surprises Beverly Bass, the first woman to become a captain at American, made famous in the Broadway hit Come From Away for landing a plane in Canada on 9/11. Bass says women pilots are not any better or worse than men, but they can be different.
I have heard that women have a tendency to process an abnormal situation differently. It's just our makeup. And I think one of the things that we are known to be very good at is multitasking. I mean, I know that I could cook dinner, feed a baby, and talk on the telephone all at the same time.
Bass co-founded the International Society of Women Airline Pilots, which hands out scholarships. American, United, Delta all tell us they have special recruiting and financial aid packages to try to get women in the cockpit. Jamie, if you're still with me, you say training in Alaska can really help a resume. How come?
Well, training in Alaska, because we have to always think on the fly. The weather is extremely challenging flying up here in Alaska. And so we're always trying to make these decisions, these quick decisions about the weather and about conditions. And it's always just very challenging landing on these remote strips, landing on gravel, on dirt. And it's always challenging to make sure that we're safe at all times, to make sure that we can control the airplane at all times, especially making those quick split-second decisions. The weather is always crazy.
There she is, right overhead. Jamie Patterson-Sims, thank you much. Guys, she is a Gold SEAL certified flight instructor by the FAA, and we will be back later with more. Back to you.
Talk about multitasking, Jane. Just a quick question for you. I mean, certainly this has been an issue and a focus on the commercial side, also on the military side in terms of getting more female pilots in the cockpit. But how are companies, I guess, incentivizing and targeting women to get more of them flying?
All three of the big airlines tell us they have special scholarships to help them get through the flight training. They have recruiting. I mean, they have like girls' days, aviation girls' days, where they get them exposed to these sorts of things, all to try to get at the high school, junior high school level, girls even thinking about being a pilot, because they are hiring. There's so many opportunities, and there is no gender pay gap. It doesn't matter what you are. It depends on what you're flying and how many hours you fly a month. That mandates what you get paid.
Jane, you know how to make live television. That was really cool and a really important story for the industry.
It takes the team.